Mr. Goodie Grammar, where tonight we're going to talk all about the differences between principle and principle. Whoa, they sound the same. Exactly. And that's why we're going to break it down. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and look at our agenda for this evening. We're going to go ahead and get it started with a little basket breaker. And then drink up some radioactive waste where we'll learn about those differences that we talked about between principle and principle. Then, to make sure that we practice, we'll ask for some employee assistance. Followed by, of course, an aisle check to quiz our knowledge. Then, it's time for the Grammar Goodie Sentence Shout Out of the Week! So stick around to the end of the video to see if you received the Grammar Goodie Sentence Shout Out of the Week. And then finally, it's time to check out for the evening. But what I really want to get started with is a basket breaker.
Uh-oh.
For this week's basket breaker, the question is, what's a major lesson that you've learned? What is some insight that life has given you where you went, I understand the lesson that should be received from this very situation. So, again, in the comments, go ahead and answer this question. What is a major lesson that you have learned? Take a second. Alrighty, what did you get? Here's my answer. I said, only rely on yourself. That's my lesson. And it's true, because I can't trust anybody. Anyway, great job. And that basket breaker has me quite parched. In fact, I think it's time that we drink up some radioactive waste.
3, 2, 1.
When it comes to this lesson, the essential question is, what is the difference between principle and principle? They sound the same, but they are entirely different. And we're going to break down exactly what the differences between them are. Because actually, the differences between principle and principle are a struggle for many people. These two are actually commonly confused words, and we'll break down exactly what distinctions are between them. So let's get it started by talking about principle. Principle. All right, Principal. Principle. What is a principle? Let me go ahead and break it down for you. A principal is a noun. It's a person who has a controlling authority or is in a leading position. Someone in charge is a principal. A principal of blank. Let me show you how principle is used in a sentence so I can give you better context. For example, we have, the school principal did not tolerate disrespect. Here, we have principal, someone who's in charge, but we have an adjective to go along with it. So the principal, the school principal, the one in charge of the school, did not tolerate disrespect. So principle here is used as a describing mechanism for the individual in charge of the school. So principal, one in control, in a leadership position. Let's look at another example. The school has only one principal in charge of it. Once again, you could see that principal is used to indicate someone in charge of something. So this school only has one person in charge of it. One school principal, not more. So principal is just a regular noun to indicate someone with a position of authority or someone in charge. Think you got it down, grammar goodies? I know you do. So it's time to practice. Here's what I want you to do. Go ahead and use principal in an original sentence. Think you could do that? Use principal in an original sentence? I know you can. And get to it! Whoa! What did you get, grammar goodies? I bet your sentences are absolutely incredible. So let's go ahead and move on to the second principle. It's P-R-I-N-C-I-P-L-E, principle. But what does it mean? Well, principle is a noun. That means a rule or code of conduct, a fundamental truth or proposition that serves as the foundation for a system or belief or behavior. So I like to think of it as a rule or value, a belief of sorts that someone must live by, that helps create a system of, like a code of conduct, for example. Let me show you how principles used in a sentence to give you a better idea. It's not the lie that bothers me, it's the principle of the matter. So it's the value of the matter. It's the belief behind it. So it's not the line, it's the principle behind the matter. Let's look and see how it's used in another sentence. The main principle to gather from this story is not to judge others. So the main belief, the main value to gather from this story is not to judge others. So principle here is used as a noun to indicate a value or truth of some sort, a belief, whereas the other principle is just literally a noun indicating someone in charge of something. So, think you know the difference? I know you do. So let's go ahead and practice it. Go ahead and use this principle in an original sentence. You have to make sure that you can practice both in order to master both. So go ahead and use principle in an original sentence and blah, post it into the comment section. Get to it! Alrighty, what did you come up with, grammar goodies? I bet it's delicious. And I'm still a little confused, so I think it's time that we ask for some employee assistance.
Oh, so much grammar. My head's gonna explode. I don't know what to do. I need help. We need some employee assistance.
For this section, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and read various sentences. Each sentence has a blank in it. It's up to you to decide which version of principle best fits into the blank. Think you could do that? Fill in the blanks with the most appropriate principle? I know you can. And let's do it! Question 1. He is a confident blank that can handle any crisis. Again, the sentence is, he is a confident blank that can handle any crisis. What are we filling this in with? Are we filling it in with principle or principle? Take a second. Here's the answer. The answer is principle. He is a confident principal that can handle any crisis. So he is a confident individual that's in charge, that's in a leadership position that can handle any crisis. Great job! Let's move on. Question 2 says, the main blank is not something to dismiss. You need to learn it. What are we filling this in with? Alrighty, here's the answer. The answer is principle. The main principle is not something to dismiss. You need to learn it. The main value is not something to dismiss. You need to learn said principle, said value, said truth, said belief. So principle with the PLE at the end is the correct answer. Let's move on. Question 3. The blank did not know how to manage his employees, so they staged a mutiny. Are we filling this in with principle or principle? Take a second and think about it. Alrighty, here's the answer. The correct answer is principal with a P-A-L. The principal did not know how to manage his employees, so they staged a mutiny. So the principal, the one in charge, did not know how to manage his employees, so they created a plan against him. Office politics, not fun. So great job. Let's move on. Question 4. The basic blank of grammar are all about organization and clarity. Are we filling this in with principle or principle? Or principles and principles? The correct answer is principles. The basic principles, values, beliefs about grammar are all about organization and clarity. The basic truth, values, fundamentals of grammar are all about organization and clarity. Whoa! Great job. So, with all that in mind, I think we should put you to the test. So let's go ahead and do an aisle check. For this section, here's what I want you to do. I want you to create an original sentence that uses both versions of principle in it. Think you could do that? Create one sentence that uses both versions of principle in it? I know you can. And get to it! Sentences into the comments, grammar goodies. I think it's time that we start to check out for the evening. And now, grammar goodies, it's the time you've all been waiting for. It's time for the grammar goodie sentence shout out of the week. Woo! Who does this go to? This goes to an individual or individuals that participate in the comment section on any of our social media platforms. Did you get it? Did I get it? Did my cat get it? Let's find out. May I have a drum roll, please? The grammar goodie sentence shout out of the week goes to Vineet D. Vineet D, you did it. Your sentence is, just like the number of views received by this video, I hope that it gets a copious amount of likes as well. P.S. The way you give examples is amazing. Thank you, Vineet D. You are an incredible grammar goodie. And you use the word of the week, copious, with such precision. And it's my favorite word. Great job. And if you would also like a Grammar Goodie sentence shout out of the week, make sure to participate in the comment section on any of our social media platforms. Speaking of things going on our social media platforms, keep in mind that every Sunday we have a new word of the week that comes out, and live sessions every Wednesday. What are those called? Oh yeah, they're called Whoa Wednesdays. Content episodes out regularly, the same with our shoutouts that you can find on Whoa Wednesdays. And what do you want me to teach you? Put it into the comment section so we can create a Whoa Wednesday all about it. Whew. Also, follow us on any of our social media platforms like www.mrgoodiegrammar.com, where you can sign up for exclusive content. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Whoa! But sadly, it's time for you to be free to fly away into the cosmos. Oh. Anyway, my name is Mr. Goodie Grammar. Thank you so much for dropping by General Grammar for another Whoa Wednesday. And come in anytime. I'll see ya. Whoa!
Whoa! What are you still doing here? Don't you know that the episode is over? What? Okay, I get it. I mean, I know you love grammar. So why don't you hit like on this video? In fact, share it and do a little comment. But mainly, subscribe. Why haven't you subscribed yet? In fact, if you don't subscribe, you could be pulled into an interdimensional vortex. So, make sure to subscribe. Remember, General Grammar is tons of fun. What are you waiting for? Whoa! Click on another video.